Nearly 2.5 years into the COVID-19 pandemic, and with a new school year already underway in some places, some districts, believe it or not, are continuing to subject students to mask and vaccine mandates. Let's discuss what these back-to-school burdens are doing to parents and students alike. We're joined by a concerned parent of a public school student in Fairfax County, Virginia, Stephanie Lundquist-Arora, and Fox News medical contributor, Dr. Jeanette Neshwat. Stephanie, I want to begin with you. You've had some very strong opinions about this. I just want to share for the folks at home this tweet from the Fairfax County Parents Association. It's an interesting one. It reads thusly: FCPS, that's the Fairfax County Public Schools, requires all students to wear a face covering when the CDC COVID-19 community level is high. Baffling recent email shows that, but for state legislators, FCPS would still be potentially requiring masks despite no other mask mandates in effect anyplace else. That deserves a wow, and I think it underscores a lot of the frustration being felt by parents throughout the Commonwealth.
Yeah. Kevin, thanks a lot for having me today. It is baffling. I mean, it begs the question, does Virginia state law apply to Fairfax County, or is Fairfax County its own fiefdom? It makes absolutely no sense. My sons were suspended for multiple days already this year. I filed a lawsuit against the school. The lawsuit was dismissed because there was supposedly no more mask mandate. So apparently the Fairfax County judge thought that the Virginia law applied to Fairfax County. The Virginia state law applied to Fairfax County. That would be a common sense type of thing. So I reached out to the Attorney General's office because my sons are interested in exercising their rights. So I follow their lead. I have 3 sons in the school district. And I asked them, are you planning to wear a mask to school, or would you like me to opt you out? And my sons want me to opt them out again this year. And so I reached out to the Attorney General's office and I said, what if they reinstitute this new mask mandate if there's high transmission? And the Attorney General's office actually said that they would get involved if Fairfax County refused to recognize Virginia state law.
Dr. Jeanette, look, I get it. Public policy shifts, it changes based on new information. I just don't understand the thinking behind possibly doing this all over again. What say you?
Yeah, we need policy, we need regulations that's predicated on fact, on science, not what you think might work. We already know from the past 2 years that mandates don't work, that masking children doesn't work, and that kids, teenagers, young adults are in the lowest risk group when it comes to severe complications of COVID. And we need to take this into consideration so we don't make another additional mistakes that we have the past 2 years, especially when we see the severe, immense harm to our children. They have experienced the most mental and emotional anguish, yet they're the lowest risk group when it comes to severe complications. And we already know that 75% of them have already had COVID, which means they have natural immunity. So it's just preposterous to punish them, to penalize them, over something so minuscule when we know that it is not the vaccines, the masks are not as effective as we once thought they were.
I don't think there's any doubt that people look again at the data, and they look at people like you and parents like Stephanie are out there, and they're just trying to make sense of these policies, which again can shift with new information. Why go back and do what didn't work before? Or if we learn later, the fact is maybe what we were doing before wasn't terribly effective. Stephanie and Dr. J, thank you both for your time tonight. I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for having us.